Hi guys, I'm on vacation in California, which is why this looks a little different. I'm at my grandma's house in her backyard. She's got a really nice pool. So I'm just chilling, but I thought I'd still record a vlog anyway. I've told this story to a few other people who know what Storytime vlogs are, and they told me I should make one about it, so we're gonna give it a shot. This is the story of my stalker at Outback Steakhouse. So my first job ever, I was 18, I had just graduated high school. It was like a summer job situation. All of my friends had been working at Outback Steakhouse. It seemed easy to get a job there. Getting your first job's hard. Like, you can't prove that you can do anything. Anyway, so I ended up being a hostess at Outback Steakhouse. I did like very normal hostess things. I would seat people, I would roll silverware in the back, I would greet people by the door, I'd bitch about how I wanted to be anywhere else but there, smelling good food all the time, being hungry. About halfway through my time there, I started getting put on the door to greet people like all the time. Basically, I would just like stand and hold the door and smile at people while they walked in. Welcome to Outback. And occasionally, if people are nice, you talk to them a little bit, but just like very brief. Oh wow, it's raining. Why I got put on the door all the time, I don't know. I guess I just used to be the friendly ball of sunshine and now I'm a bitter old shrew who can't talk to anybody, but like, that's a story for another time. So, you know, very normal for a while. Just people come in, I say hi, people leave, I say bye. But after a while, I started to realize that there was one guy I was starting to see a lot, like every day. He was pretty recognizable, maybe 5'2". He's got like the big glasses, looked like Stanley Tucci from The Lovely Bones. Red flag. But you can't just go judging people who want to eat at Outback Steakhouse every day who also happen to be very short and look like Stanley Tucci. That just makes you a bad person. So I didn't really think much of it. This guy just really likes a bloomin' onion, and what can you do about that? Live your life, unless you're a total creep, which this guy was. So I started seeing this guy every day, and he would just sort of like linger by the door more than normal customers, drawing conversation out. It's a small area between like door and hostess stand. You kind of have to make your way through. There's not a lot of people who are just like stopping to like be like, hey, because you know that would be weird. But this guy had no problem being weird. And eventually, you know, I started being like, oh hey, it's you again, because you know I see you every day. During these weird intervals, I learned that he was in town on business and worked nearby, and apparently really liked Outback Steakhouse. And now listen, maybe that was true. To be fair though, I don't know why anyone would come to bumblefuck Virginia where I live for work. Like, there's a lot of shipyards and things, so maybe Outback Steakhouse is not near the shipyard, so what are you doing? But sure, whatever, okay, fine. This starts to go on for like a week, maybe 2, maybe 3. Every day this guy comes in. And I hear from the other hostesses that sometimes he comes in for lunch too. Like, he basically works and lives at Outback Steakhouse. Then one day I'm rolling silverware. Like in the back, rolling silverware in this tiny little closet corner situation. And one of the other hostesses named Tara comes up to like say hi to me. Now, Tara, we need to spend some time unpacking. Tara was about 40 years old, and she used to talk to me all the time about how she had a son that was my age. She was a single mom. I also learned that she was an entrepreneur. She had all of these degrees and apparently also worked with government agencies, sometimes the CIA. The way she slowly revealed all this information to me could have been believable if she hadn't been a 40-year-old woman also working at Outback Steakhouse. That's Tara. So Tara comes over to me while I'm rolling silverware, gnawing on a bag of Twizzlers. She's got like one hanging out, like one in another hand. And I'm like, oh, hey, Tara, where'd you get those Twizzlers? And she was like, oh, that really nice man out front gave them to me. What? She's like, yeah, the guy who's in here all the time. He like went down to 7-Eleven and he bought me Twizzlers and a box of Sour Patch Kids. Okay, that was nice of him. And then she says, because he also wanted me to give you this note. What? She hands me this little folded up note and I'm like, already so sketched out. I unfold the note, and on the note is this like weird little message written in like tiny serial killer block handwriting. Hello, my name is Jeremy. I've noticed you since I've been coming into the restaurant. I find you very attractive. I think that we have a lot in common. Here's my number. I'm staying at the so-and-so hotel in room XYZ. Call me if you want to have a good time. Love, Jeremy. Nope. And Tara's just like gnawing on her Twizzler like, oh my god, are you gonna go? Tara, what the fuck? Tara, you have an 18-year-old son. Now I know that's a guy and not a girl, but really, you're a mother and you're asking me if I'm gonna go with this strange man who bought you Twizzlers? Really? Like, do you want me to die? Have you never seen Investigation Discovery? And I was like, no, Tara, I'm not gonna go. She's like, why? He's so nice. Bitch. and you wanted me to think that you worked for the CIA? Okay, okay. So obviously I'm immediately creeped out. I wait to leave until I'm sure that he's like no longer in the restaurant, and I drive home super skeeved out, but like whatever. And then I go home, you know, my parents have gone to bed, and this is back when Netflix just had like the discs, and I had ordered Fatal Attraction from Netflix, knew nothing about it, just knew that it had Glenn Close, and I was like, hell yeah, Glenn Close. Pop it into the DVD player, and of course, if you guys have ever seen Fatal Attraction, it's all about this woman who's obsessed with this guy and like stalks and tries to kill him. She boils the bunny. And it was definitely not the movie to see the very night that I became aware of my stalker. So naturally, I don't sleep all night. I'm like wide awake, afraid that Jeremy has found my house. So a few days later, I was on the door trying to pretend like nothing was wrong, standing there holding it, trying to smile, and who walks through the door but Jeremy? And he says hi, and he just smiles and looks at me, and he knows that I know, and I know that he knows that I know, and there's just a lot of knowing that happened between us. I was just like, oh no, I don't stand a chance. You're planning on leaving this Outback Steakhouse with me one day, and I'm not having it. I had ended up calling my dad, and my dad like lost his mind, wanted to call the police, fingerprint the note. He ended up calling my manager and making sure that my manager knew that this guy was coming by the restaurant every day. And of course the managers are like, Ish, we can't just like keep someone out of our restaurant. We can try to make sure that he's like seated far away, but like what do you want us to do? He hasn't really done anything. He's just like low-key creeping / stalking. Maybe, who knows? We don't know. Over the next few days, he comes into the restaurant and they make me go into the back and roll silverware, and the management had to like come over and talk to him and make him aware that they were aware of the situation. They probably just like slapped him on the wrist and was like, that's inappropriate, don't send our employees weird fucking notes. And so every time Jeremy would come by the restaurant, I would no longer be on door, and I was like fucking hidden away. It was like a whole situation. Eventually, Jeremy stopped coming, but before he did, I went out to my car one day, and I get in and I'm fastening my seatbelt, and I look up, and all of a sudden it's just like I see it right there in the windshield, a piece of paper stuck under my windshield wiper, and on the note all you see is Jeremy. I shit you not, Jeremy. Just, it's like that thing where you just immediately get goosebumps and you're like, oh my god, what is this? Looked around to make sure no one's in my car. I like looked around to make sure no one was outside my car, got out really fast and snatched the note and like got back inside and locked the door. Like, okay, open up the note, freaking the fuck out, and all it says is, Candice, ... This is Jeremy. And then you turn it over and it says, just kidding, it's Joe, because my friend Joe had found my car and put the creeper note on there to trick me. Rude. That's my story. I never saw my stalker again. Let's hope he doesn't watch this vlog. A lot's changed since I was a hostess at Outback Steakhouse, so hopefully he hasn't been stalking my whole life. Yeah, I wasn't like kidnapped or tied up or anything, but like I easily could have been. If any of you guys ever encounter a guy that looks like he was Stanley Tucci from the Lovely Bones, I'm not saying you should judge him and run, but you should maybe judge him and run. Thanks so much for watching. Go check out my other videos, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later with a new X-Files video. Bye!